Welcome to Starcraft. I'm Dread, being joined by Sapphire. And now this is the ace match actually between Filthy and Az. Now Az is being the blue Protoss this game, and Filthy, the random player, has got red Protoss. So this is Lost Temple. Looking forward to the ace match, sir.
Yeah, I'm super fired up about this. Cannot believe what transpired in the last two games. I mean, I was shocked when Az tapped out of the game where on Scrap Station where Filthy took it with a nice mix-up of Banshees. I thought Az would fight that to the death. No, he just GG's out. And then he throws a 2-proxy gateway rush into Filthy's base, which Filthy defends. Absolutely shocking game there. You know, I always like to, when we're dealing with random players, I always like to give the advantage to the player who's the race that is, for instance, Az. But so far in this tournament, everybody who I've thought was going to take the game has been the kiss of death. So I don't want to cheer Az on simply because everyone I've said, oh yeah, I think they'll win this game, they turn out losing. So I'm just going to shut up on that topic this time. Hopefully we don't see Az go for this double proxy rush, and we aren't seeing that. We are seeing a pylon in his base, so we may be up for a game that lasts more than a couple of minutes here. This is the semi-final ace match of the Trans-Tasman tournament, though, and I'm so happy that it's on Lost Temple. It's the most, in my completely biased opinion, most epic map, simply because it's old school and it has so much history behind it. So it's the perfect map to settle a best of 5 series on, and this is for everything. You win this, you're in the grand final. You lose this, you have to go play Moonglade for the other place in the final. So not a really good position to be in, to lose this game and have to go fight it out with Moonglade. You really want to win, go straight to that grand final, and then be guaranteed of a top 2 finish at least, and possibly take out the entire Trans-Tasman. But at this point, we are seeing Filthy working on Az's pylon. Now, in the past, I've seen Filthy do that, and I thought he was just mismicroing. But no, Filthy has been known to apply early pressure and try and take out that pylon. He's working its shields down, and just by having that probe on it, he's already got its shields down to 80. And Az, recognizing this, pulling up a bit of a wall with his cybernetics core, and we are seeing Filthy move out across the map with his first Zealot. I mean, Filthy, if he's able to take this pylon, and he's still working on it with his probe, if he's able to take it, that would basically hand him the game. So I expect to see this Chrono Boosted Zealot from Az come online early to defend, but this Zealot from Filthy is getting there so fast, and now he has a Zealot and a probe. Other probes, nice play there by Az, opting to wall this off. So Filthy is going to be denied access to that probe, which was powering all this infrastructure, and now he will deal with this Zealot on the base, but it gives time for Az to finish his wall up, get more units online, and throwing down a Forge, actually. So we may see him cannon up and defense himself up against this 1-gate early Zealot rush. Filthy just seems to love these openings, really loves to favour it, and we're seeing these Zealots go to work on this gateway. Not sure if it's going to be enough, but another exciting opening here from Filthy.
Oh wow, Filthy actually is almost going to take this gateway out before the Zealot even comes out, so we could be in for another really quick game at the moment. This is unbelievable by Filthy. How is he getting these Zealots out so quick? They do get in, and the shield isn't there. Down in time, so the force field doesn't work. Now there's just 3 Zealots just hanging out inside Az's base, and there's no gateway to produce any units out. This is unbelievable. This is terrible by Az.
Yeah, he was forced to bring all of his probes off minerals there to defend against these 2 Zealots. More Zealots of Filthy coming into the base. You've got 3 Zealots in there now, working on this pylon that Filthy was working on before. Luckily, Az has this second pylon up, so he's going to be able to power these units. This gateway is not going to be powered, though. The new gateway will be unpowered. I don't know how Az is going to come out of this. He does have a cannon at his main, but he's lost all of this infrastructure. It's unpowered. This gateway's unpowered. He's not going to be able to bring any units on. This is a terrible situation from Filthy. Sorry, terrible situation for Az. Filthy is just in such a commanding position. There is this cannon, another pylon coming online, and another cannon coming online. This sentry desperately trying to hide behind the probes, and Filthy is working down this extractor. This sentry is slowly working on these Zealots, but Filthy is free to attack at will here. Not interested in being drawn into a fight in the probe line. This sentry being pulled out a bit, little bit of mismicro there by Az. Those Zealots could catch it out of position. A few free hits on the sentry, and the sentry pulls back to the cannons. But they should.
This is crazy. I can't believe what's going on so early in this game. There's just Az is completely on the back foot. His whole base is unpowered apart from this 1-2 cannons now. So he has to rebuild while there's just Zealots just pouring into the base.
Now we're seeing a Stalker being mixed up into this mix. Meanwhile, Filthy's bringing on a Robotics Bay. So Az is just in a desperate situation. His Cybernetics Core, which is such a crucial building, going down. His Forge and Gateway in such terrible shape. He is bringing on more gateways online in his base. Meanwhile, this Stalker is working on the left side of his base. This Sentry racked up 1 kill, so he's got 1 Zealot out of the way, but there's just so much Zealots in his base. Now going to work on this gateway just out of range of these cannons, which are only going to be able to defend the new gateways, but this third gateway he's probably going to have to cancel. Desperation force field to try and stop this Stalker here. I think the force field would have been better used defending this gateway, but Az is just in such bad shape. Second force field going on to block the Stalker here, but the cannon coming online, but it was just worked on so well by this Stalker that these Zealots were able to knock it down. Stargate comes online, Filthy desperately trying to take it offline before a Void Ray can come out, and the Stargate is taken down. So we've got these 2 gateways remaining, but there's just so many units streaming in for Filthy here. I'm not sure what Az is going to be able to do to come back into this game.
Yeah, I mean, it's just Filthy, fantastic play, just constant pressure here, and these Stalkers, there are 2 of them behind the base, just cutting off the left side of the, mining basically, and just this 1 sentry who's just lone soldier with only the 1 kill, but can't really do much against 3 Stalkers and all these Zealots just wiping out anything outside of that little cannoned up area. So this is fantastic play by Filthy. It's just, I couldn't believe it.
Looks like that 1 heroic sentry finally succumbing to the Stalkers here. It was Az's last line of defense. He does have these 2 cannons, but they can't do anything about this left flank here of his base, and these Stalkers, really nice positioning behind the mineral line here, just out of range of these cannons, able to fire on the Nexus, basically shutting down all mining operations for Az. He does have 2 Zealots out, but these Stalkers should be able to micro around them. I'm not sure what his answer is going to be here. Looking like they're working on the first Stalker here. Probes committing to the attack as well. 1 Zealot goes down, 1 Stalker goes down. The trading blows here. More probes dying as they work on this Stalker. So it looks like the final Stalker surrounded here will go down, and Az can resume mining. But meanwhile, the first Immortal has rolled into the base. Filthy bringing more Zealots into the base. Stalkers and Immortal working on this gateway, which is trying to get another Stalker out. He does have Chrono Boost mana, which should be being spent on these gateway units, but at this point I'm sure Az is just in panic mode. These Immortals coming in, and the cannon working on the Immortal, and it's not doing that much damage. First cannon goes down, Stalker goes down, Sentry, last thing up there other than the cannon. The Stalker, oh no, the cannon does go down, Sentry goes down. Looks like Az realizes how strong Filthy's position is here. His only option is to send probes out, but looks like Az is going to lose this best of 5 series, and Filthy is going to go through to the final. Az is going to go through and have to fight Moonglade in the lower bracket semi-final. So Az, who started off so strong with that 2-0 really strong start to this series, just lost it all with 3 completely unusual and completely crazy games there from Filthy, who just managed to be too strong in the end.
Yeah, we always talk about how how a player deals with losing or even winning a couple games, and this is a prime example of how Az maybe got it too far ahead of himself, and really once Filthy got ahead of steam and he got in Az's head, he just really steamrolled him for the last 3 games. So yeah, fantastic play by Filthy. Love having a random player in the final now, so we'll have to wait to see if Az or Moonglade will actually join him again.
Yeah, and Az 2-0'd Moonglade when they first fought in the quarterfinals. Like Moonglade, who was the favourite coming into this, the reigning Trans-Tasman champion, was knocked down into the lower bracket by Az 2-0'ing him. So Az must be feeling, pretty confident that he can take Moonglade out again. Moonglade has been playing with a vengeance in the lower bracket though, and he's gone through hell to get himself back in this position. So really looking forward to that game, really looking forward to that rematch. And Filthy is through to the final, so we have a random play in the final. Super exciting, can't wait to see it. And it's all happening now. So that's a wrap, and we will bring you the next game very, very soon.